This is more about living in the time of the coronavirus epidemic. I was talking with a friend, and we agreed that the more you have materially, the less you appreciate it, and the more you take it for granted. Think it is your due. That was America, we said, a portrait. And he said, paraphrasing someone, that there is no end to desire. For me, that is one of the big flaws in capitalism. Enough is never enough. And the Buddhists say that only when you are able to extinguish the flame of desire can you begin to become an exalted spiritual being. I think it's easy to see why Buddhism has not caught on in this country, except in the margins. I have heard reports of people being fired from their jobs because they refuse to take the COVID-19 vaccination. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's legal. Probably they could substitute another reason for doing it and get away with it. I watched a video, a documentary on Larry Owings, the man who beat the legendary Dan Gable in his final collegiate wrestling match. He's now in his 60s, puts in time as an assistant high school wrestling coach, has had 3 back surgeries, and still wrestles with the kids, hands-on instruction. He said, believe in yourself, never quit, and help others. If you do, ultimately it will help you. Also, hard work pays off. And then I saw a boxer who won a huge upset victory. And he said, never let anybody tell you what you can do and can't do. Don't listen to that. Believe in yourself. I cite these two, and I wonder what they would think about stimulus packages and universal health care. Self-reliance, baby. It may never be popular, but it never gets old. I think many people see this as a transitional time. I would not agree with that. I would call it stagnant. The virus is still a factor. The numbers are still high, even if they are declining. Many restrictions, like the field mouse's precious curfew and proscriptions on visitation to nursing homes and being in attendance at sporting events, are being relaxed. Some people, a small percentage, have been vaccinated, and the PM, always seen wearing a mask, is acting as if he is in charge of things. This, when very little is being done. Also, the trumpet has been silent. Saw a video. The guy in it was urging people to get out and walk or hike. There's a lot less drama out here, he said. It's like a medicine. I don't have anything to do with what is called social media on the internet. I don't post and I don't read. Someone said that social media tends to bring out the bully in people. Though I have no contact with it, except what I hear, I think I agree with that. It's why Twitter was such a natural forum for the trumpet. And I think that social media has, in general, helped to make the public world more abrasive. People are at each other's throats. Grrr. And where people used to use social media to schedule a rave, they can, and do, now use it to stage a riot. I'm certain that the FBI and Homeland Security have full-time staffers who do nothing but monitor social media, surfing day and night, trolling and and trying to identify the kooks and the hotheads, and the more organized, shadowy groups who love to talk about conspiracies and protest. Individually, people can bully. When groups form, you get the mob, and with the mob comes the mob mentality. This is not a good thing. I recall the wonderful title of a book published by a Scottish journalist in the year 1841, Extraordinary Popular Delusions and the Madness of Crowds. Nicely put, my man. The author wrote about alchemy, crusades, duels, economic bubbles, fortune-telling, haunted houses, the influence of politics and religion on the shapes of beards and hair, prophecies, the popular admiration for great thieves and pirates, urban myths, and religious relics. I like that one, the influence of politics and religion on the shapes of beards and hair. Hirsute anthropology. The book could be written and would apply to any time, and now it would be especially pertinent because it is so easy on the internet to form or be a part of a virtual crowd. The internet is a lovely breeding ground for extraordinary popular delusions and the madness of